Right, let's look at the compare function on Dialog. But before we do that, we'll have a look at the people function and see how it relates to using compare. I have 3 friends on the system currently, and as you can see here, I can determine whether or not they can look at my information. And I can change that at any time. So they were defaulted to no, and you simply slide across to yes. So let's share my information with Craig. You'll notice there's a small red bell here which says that he's online. Now I can chat with him and I can video chat to him. At the moment, all I want to do is make sure that I can share my information with him. If I go to compare, I can compare the vitals, which is all the physical information that you track using your different devices, currently Fitbit and shortly Google Fit devices. So let's have a look at the vitals. And here's where we compare our information and performance with others, and we can do that anonymously. All this information is gathered anonymously, unless I want to go and find one of my friends that I'm sharing vitals with to see how they compare to everybody else. So here we define who we want to compare ourselves to. We can compare ourselves to all men and women, simply men or simply women alone, all ages or particular age bands, and BMI ranges, body composition ranges. That's where it stands at the moment. We can extend that over time, and we will extend that to include glycolated hemoglobin test results for those people with pre-diabetic and non-insulin dependent type 2 diabetes who use Dialog. So for compare, I'm looking at men of all ages or BMI range. I'm just looking at steps, which is the default graphic. That tells me my average steps over the last 7 days, 5,262. The average for all men of all ages and across all BMI ranges was 4,981. Now I can see how Craig compares to everybody with that filter, and he's done exceptionally well with 6,528 steps average per day over the last 7 days compared to the average, which is just under 5,000. Go back to me and compare how I'm going. Let's have a look at how active I've been. Very active minutes. Let's look at that. Scroll down here. It tells me that I'm well ahead of the curve in that regard, and I can look at these results here, my very active minutes. We can select distance. Shows you my average against everybody else's scores. And they're all anonymous. The data is secure and private here on Dialog. It's very simple to change any of these filter settings or profile settings as you see fit. And as I say, we'll add to these as time goes on. That's the compare function.